This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about. Real, honest, entertaining, live. DBL starts right now.
3, 2.
Welcome to Daily Blast Live. It's Tuesday, February 18th. I'm here with Al, Brandon, and Lindsay, and I look like I'm at a discotheque.
I love it. I love the booth.
All day it's going to be made fun of.
Best
I love
booth
it.
in the industry.
Yeah, that's right. Well, you might have heard about Drew Carey's, this is taking a turn here, for former fiance, Hollywood sex therapist Amy Harwick. She was killed over the weekend. Her ex-boyfriend was arrested for allegedly throwing her off a third-story balcony. Harwick and Carey dated in 2017 and got engaged a year later, but called it off. So Drew tweeted this video saying, quote, "I hope you're lucky enough to have someone in your life that loves as much as she did." Meantime, The Price is Right has stopped production on all new shows this week, presumably, to give Drew a chance to grieve. But what we want to talk about is Wendy Williams and what she said on her show about this yesterday when she made this joke. Take a look.
She was killed not by Drew, but by the ex. Come on down.
So if you didn't get it, it's a Price is Right joke. She did fall off, or was pushed and murdered. She had a restraining order. She was abused. The restraining order was expired right as this happened, allegedly, again. What's up with Wendy Williams, Linz?
I just think she's really pushing it. You know, she had the joke about the LGBTQ community, saying she didn't want men wearing skirts. She offended tons of people, went on air crying about that.
It's a gay icon in a lot of ways.
Exactly. And
I think we have that. Is this it? Okay, here we go. We have a soundbite of it.
I'll start by saying I apologize. I did not mean to offend my LGBTQ plus community. And maybe I sounded like your auntie, your mother, your big sister, or somebody out of touch. So I deeply apologize. I will do better.
she also mocked the cleft community when she made fun of Joaquin Phoenix, saying that, you know, when he shaved his mustache, that she liked his lips. So I really think that she needs to take a step back, and I don't know why she's doing this. I believed her apology when she cried twice, but this is the third time now, so I'm kind of like just leaving a bad taste in my mouth.
Can I ask you guys a question? I know this is going to sound really bad, but it's been a pattern for what, the past 2 weeks? That is sweeps, and if you guys don't know what sweeps is, it's when TV shows get to find out how well they're doing, the ad sales come in. Is this for publicity?
I don't know if it matters, Brandon. I'm just like, I can't
believe I asked that.
Because I'm not really smart, so I'm going to lean on you guys. Can you guys tell me who decides who gets a pass and who doesn't? Because if anybody else, if Brandon, if you had sat up here and made those 3 jokes, your locker would have been cleaned out.
You're right.
Your security badge would be up front, and you would be back in LA or VA or wherever you'd be. Nobody can get away with these. Nobody could get away. Those are gay slurs.
Yeah. Kevin Hart lost the Oscars over that.
And that was 9 years ago. That was almost, I don't understand how that gets a pass.
You want to know why?
Somebody explain.
I see a network capitalizing on someone's misery. Because if you look at it, you look at her life for the last couple years. The husband has a baby out of wedlock. She's spiraling with addiction, all that. So I think she sits there and looks at it and was like, if my life is this miserable, I can talk about other people, and I'm going to get a check for doing it.
If that's the case, then that explains Rush Limbaugh, because he says terrible things too and gets a pass as well. Got a medal the last time I checked.
He did.
It just amazes me who's allowed to say things and who's not. Somebody's daughter is dead because she was stalked. She was terrified right up until the moment she was killed, and that's funny.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Wow.
I know. Pushing a fart. Guys, Marquita Baker just wrote in 3 strikes and you're out. So interesting take. Let us know. People are saying, yeah.
You lose a lot of credibility when you go after some people and you don't go after other people. It's got to be what's good for the goose is good for the gander. How old am I with that statement?
That is so old.
Wow.
Like ancient.
Still rings true.
I should be bringing my grandkids lemonade with that. Sorry.
How were the dinosaurs back in the day? Huh? Good one, Tor. Did you guys see that crash at last night's Daytona 500?
Yes.
Good Lord. Driver Ryan Newman is in serious condition after this happened. You guys watched the car on the final lap. His car hit the wall. It went airborne, flipping several times, all at 200 miles per hour. He is so lucky to be alive. wreckage and taken immediately to the hospital to be treated for, thank goodness, non-life-threatening injuries. Meantime, the winner of the race, Denny Hamlin, is sending his thoughts and prayers, saying he had no idea of the severity of the crash until he got to the victory lane. So if you didn't know, he sort of celebrated and was unaware of what was going on.
Yeah, and this is the Super Bowl of NASCAR. So it's like the last play of the game, you win on a Hail Mary catch. You don't understand that the quarterback may have gotten hurt or something like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I give them a pass for that. But let's talk about this crash, because remember, I think it's to this day, Dale Earnhardt died in this same race on the final lap.
Yes.
But look what tragedy breeds, Al. Changes. Because what has NASCAR done since then? They've put all types of rules and safety precautions in place to make a better car, to make a better raceway, and to save drivers' lives. And I think this is what happened. They softened the wall. They got the Hans device, what keeps your neck stabilized.
Wow.
They've got what's called the car of tomorrow, which keeps you safe inside the car. And you see him sliding hundreds of feet, hundreds of meters down, and he's able to wake up this morning and be alive. So tragedy breeds precautions and changes.
Wow. Sad.
Thanks for letting us know all about that. That's crazy.
You're welcome. I'm smart like Al, too.
Are you? Okay. I can't wait to get to this story. I'm very excited to hear what you have to say, especially as an athlete. Dwyane Wade, whoo! He is opening up about his 12-year-old daughter, Zaya, and her decision to come out as transgender. Let's take a look.
She was the one who sat down with us as a family and said, hey, I don't think I'm gay. And she went down the list and said, you know, this is how I identify myself. This is my gender identity, right? I identify myself as a young lady.
Wade says he and his wife, Gabrielle Union, initially struggled with Zaya's gender identity and spoke about what it was like for him as a former athlete to deal with something he had never encountered before. Let's take a look.
I knew early on that I had to check myself. That's what I knew. I knew early on that I had to ask myself questions, right? I've been a person in the locker room that has been a part of the conversation that has said the wrong phrases and the wrong words to myself. And as I got older and as I watched my daughter grow, I had to go and look at myself in the mirror.
Brandon, tell me about the locker room. Is that real?
Big time. Yeah, because up until a certain point, you would use words like, you would say things like, "Al, stop doing that. That's gay." Or you'd call someone the F word, you know, that has been banned and all. And you know, it's not till my sister really opened up to me and really started talking about some of the things that she was going through that made you do exactly what D. Wade said, look in the mirror, and you really have to check yourself. Now, I understand there are people across this country that don't believe in what he's doing for his daughter is right. But at the end of the day, that's your seat, that's your blood. And I don't care what anyone else has to say out there to tell me how I'm supposed to treat my sister. I know at the end of the day, if anything ever happened, I can call on my sister and she would be there for me. But yes, it has had to check you and make you realize that you're offending some people with some of the stuff you were saying.
Thank you for being honest.
Being transparent and telling us that it's a journey. I think even when we talk about pronouns, we're all still trying to understand how to use them at the table. So we've had these conversations, and I think that he's being open, saying that I'm learning how to be a better dad.
What a cool role model.
Yeah.
What a cool role model.
We're learning a lot, and it's evolving as well. We were talking today in the meeting. There used to be, like, the word queer used to be a slur.
That's right.
There was a slur, and now it's part of that's the Q in LGBTQ. It's now considered, you know, very progressive to understand that lifestyle. And as somebody that's grown up and seen somebody literally come from the hospital and transition from a young lady into an incredible young man, I've seen it firsthand, and it can be done. And it was done in Ohio in a public school, and it went great. So I'm just saying, like I always remind people, we are progressing. I know that we do a lot of stories, and we have to cover the Wendy Williams and the nasty vitriol that people like her spit, but there's a lot of good in this world, and it's unstoppable. So
you
it's
always say baby steps. That makes me feel
baby steps. That was the name of my first hour special.
Oh, I love that. Check it out. If you are an ally, a friend, or if you're interested in yourself to learn more, we put a number up on the screen for you. If you need to just want to talk to someone, you don't know the language, you're dealing it with yourself, grandparent, ally, friend, please write this down or screenshot it. It is here for you. All right, we're moving on to this cab driver in California. He's getting all sorts of praise right now after he picked up a 92-year-old woman who said she needed to go to the bank to get $25,000 she said she owed the IRS. You smelling something fishy with me? Well, here he is with the police after he tried to convince the woman she was being scammed. He drove her to the police department instead. They convinced her, yeah, you are the victim of scammers. She got to keep the money, and he got a $50 gift card.
They could have gave him more than $50.
I was sitting here
She got $1 million, and he got a high five.
The fact that she had $25,000 to take out immediately is impressive.
Yeah.
But also the fact that she got $50 gift card.
I mean, come on.
Yeah, I wondered. I don't want to get too hung up on the gift card because I think that's a little low. Let's get some trouble. They're just in there. But honestly, like if she was a 9-year-old instead of a 92-year-old and had that kind of money, there would be things in place where no one could do that to her. And I wonder if we need to start protecting our elderly like that now. I wouldn't mind signing something now that after 85, there's somebody that kind of takes care of my
I
money.
think my mother would have a problem, though, if she's 85 and doesn't want you to tell her what to do with her money.
That's the problem.
I know. Interesting. Well, protect your elders and ask them what's going on. Good on that guy.
Yeah.
DBL's live and coming up. Jeff Schroeder is spreading the love and literally paying it forward. He's picking up the tab for people's car washes, groceries, pizza, you name it. And you, the viewer, are our fifth host. Tipping is like second nature for many of us. But there's a new movement to end gratuities once and for all. DBL Nation, you are fired up, and your comments are coming up next.
This February, ask the one you love to be mine and get away to a Sandals Resorts luxury included Caribbean vacation. Watch Daily Blast Live every day for a word of the day. Then enter at dailyblastlive.com/sandals for your chance to win a 4-day, 3-night romantic escape for two. The winner will be announced on DBL February 26th. What better way to say be mine?
Hi DBL Nation, Kelly Schubert here with the DBL digital team. You just saw it. We are doing our sandals giveaway once again, and it only goes until February 25th. So you want to make sure you get your word of the day guesses in. We do a word of the day every day on the show, so you'll hear it later in the show. Go to DBL, let me get you the dailyblastlive.com/sandals. You just type it in and you could win a Caribbean vacation. Who doesn't want that? I would love to win. I'm not qualified to win, but you are. So listen for that word of the day. Let's go to the desk. Hi, Tori. Hi. Saturday Night Fever going on.
I'm going to get that all day. What did you say to me at the desk? Do you have news?
Oh, do you have news?
Lancelot.
No, I said, do you have news from the future? Doesn't she look like she knows everything?
It is 2054,
How
and
does
we
the
have had
Earth
a
look?
break in the Earth Council with the cyborgs.
He said, do you know the news from the future? Okay. All right. Enough.
Tori, I do want to ask you, how do you feel? We're about to do a segment on tipping. You
We didn't talk about it in the meeting.
like you were in the industry. Were you dependent on tipping?
Yeah, I'm a huge tipper. I'm a tipper. I know
Would you
people
prefer to have been paid just a regular salary and have the no tipping option?
Yeah, but I wasn't, and I needed the money, and I relied on tipping, so
I don't
I'm always a
understand.
big
But what if
tipper.
you get so much tips that you supersede a salary?
That never did happen.
I'm just asking.
I scooped ice cream, and that never did
But
happen.
doesn't that happen though?
No,
It has
because
to.
no, 8%, 10%.
Well, look, if
is
you go,
not.
let's say you go in the bakery, right? Like one that we go to often, and they just kind of bully you into tipping. I don't know if they get paid full salaries, or I'm assuming full salaries, right?
Right.
Because it's not like very much service. So if everyone walks in there and there's like 200 people a day, probably more, everyone's given $2 at the end.
My problem is that I was in
That's
a
lot of money
but I was in the bakery.
Every day?
But I was in the
regular salary.
But you're wrong to assume that they're making. I was making $9 an hour.
If they're making zero, let's just say they're making zero.
I got bupkis. I got nothing. I got virtually little because you share it with
But
everybody.
then now you're putting pressure
the
on
tip
me to
goes-
not only come in and buy your product, but also pay your staff.
Guess what? We don't live on like livable wages, so yeah, I'm gonna
That's
look out.
called a you problem.
No, it's not. It's
Yes,
called
it is.
That's called a selfish problem.
I'm selfish because I don't want to pay
He's
for your
selfish 'cause the
salary
companies are
and
cheap.
buy your goods.
Welcome back to DBL. It's time for Fifth Host. And tipping etiquette varies and has changed over time. And now the, quote, no tip movement wants to end this debate. Should you tip when you get a coffee or a ride share? And what's fair? Some argue it's not fair for customers to cover the salaries of service industry workers and that tipping should only apply to outstanding service. So, DBL Nation, are you for or against tipping? Let's get right to your comment. Lindsay?
Okay, Annabelle from Twitter says, I get uncomfortable seeing tip jars everywhere. I'm already paying $5 for a cup of coffee. Why should I tip? And I get kind of confused, too. Like, I don't know who's getting a full salary. In a restaurant, I know that they're making like $3, $4 sometimes. So I think you should just try to tip. Hopefully, sooner or later, we'll pay people proper salaries so we don't have to depend on
Don't
$2.
hold your breath.
I'll just say this before Brandon gets there. It's a restaurant, so it's a different tip. The 20% is them coming back and forth. But now when tipping goes into, you know, just a cup of coffee, I get my coffee black. So it's like that gets the same percentage as the waiter. I'm sorry, go ahead. That's
no, because
But do they get the same salary, though? I'm wondering.
If you don't know, you better help out a sister. Come on now.
Gally from Facebook says, I'm for tipping waiters and valet staff and several hotel workers, but cashiers who do nothing but click and click, nope. And I'm with you, Gally, because look, you guys jump on me all the time for not tipping the Uber driver.
That's crazy.
So
that's way low.
So someone or you go get a coffee, they just flip the thing around, grab the coffee like Al says, he wants his black, didn't even put the sugar in there, and in most cases, you got to put your own sugar and juices and all that stuff in there. You got to tip that person just for giving you a cup.
And don't think about the psychology of. They have the black book to tip because it's supposed to be discreet. Whatever you want to leave, you can leave. Yes. When I turn this to Brandon, I'm not saying I'm giving you the option to tip me. Most people are not going to flip back a big zero. It's a psychological. I don't know. I'm not feeling it.
I'm on a panel with stingy people right now.
Lowell from Facebook says, I know a bartender from Ireland working in the U.S. He seems to prefer the American tipping system because he makes more money.
They don't tip overseas.
Bartenders, again, it's a skill that like they can take extra time with your drink. You can go there as a regular and they're like, hey, Brandon, I got this next round. Yeah. There's ways but like when you're talking about a coffee, when you're talking about when you start tipping for every single thing, as people that are on budgets like everybody better be, it starts to eat in on a daily basis. You're tipping your Postmate, you're tipping your Uber, you're tipping your hairstylists. I'm like, I can't afford this.
Well, guess what? It's a service industry world. It's a gig economy, and if you need that dollar more than that person, you have a problem.
Wait, what?
I don't understand why people are so stingy with it. We live in a gig economy.
It's not stingy. It's me watching my money.
My Uber driver is probably a mom that needs that dollar more than me. I have no problem giving them.
I don't want to hear your sob story.
I don't want to hear your stinginess.
What do you? So I can't feed my kids because you have a kid too?
You can hit no tip, but I certainly think if someone like
no one's going to hit no tip, Tori, and that's the whole.
That's your
option.
Yes,
you can. You could drive a car with your feet. You don't do that either.
It's like
no. I'm saying the reason that they turn that around is this psychological thing to make you tip, and it works.
Because look, I was an ice cream server at 35 years old.
I was a busboy and a waiter.
Okay, yes. And I turned that thing because I was making like $9. I was making nothing, and I burned myself making your stupid waffle irons.
You chose to work there.
I know, and I knew that it was a tipping position. You don't have to eat there. All right.
Wow.
What's a close-up on my nose?
I'm sorry I go out to eat, so I have to pay Tori's salary. My bad.
Coming up on DBL, Jeff Schroeder is putting smiles on people's faces. He's paying it forward. Hear that? Paying it forward. Ooh. And surprising perfect strangers at the checkout line. Coming up next.
February is Black History Month, and DBL is honoring Black leaders who paved a way for future generations of Americans. Ta-Nehisi Coates is an American author and journalist. During the aftermath of the police killings of Michael Brown and Eric Garner, Coates offered deep insights in racial disparities in America. His book, The Water Dancer, was featured on Oprah's Book Club, and he's the current editor of the Black Panther and Captain America graphic novels. He continues to be a prominent Black voice in American media.
It's a psychological thing.
Tori, what about when you call in to order food and then you go pick it up and then they're like 15, 20%?
I always tip. I have no issue with it. It's minuscule in my book.
I even tip pick up like $2. But like I was telling them, y'all, look, former busboy, and I was a busboy at Embassy Suites Hotel, so that means I did breakfast. So that means during my summer, my senior year, I was up at 4:15 in the morning to get Angry Businessmen coffee by 5 a.m. So like,
did you get tipped?
No.
Well, did you want to?
No, I was gonna say, and then I waited table, so I appreciate it.
I have a question. If you are somebody who's working really hard and treating yourself, let's say on a Friday, in this gig economy, Tori, and literally have $5 to buy yourself a coffee, and then they turn around the tip thing.
My biggest tippers were people that were also in the gig economy.
But
because they knew they were helping each other out.
Sometimes I check my Chase balance before I pay.
You meaning like Postmates? 20%. Yeah.
But that's what if somebody literally I've checked my balance before I paid for things.
Maybe you shouldn't be ordering food if you.
No, but maybe I was at Target or something. You know?
Oh, you don't tip Target.
But not Target. My point is like I got a Starbucks right after I bought Target.
When
so I
you're
shouldn't,
saying, like,
I shouldn't get a coffee. You're shaming me because I have
I'm
no
not
money.
shaming you, but if you have to check your balance because you can't afford $1 more, why are you getting a $6
Am I
coffee?
the only one in the gig economy that does that?
Not at all. But why are you
I
getting a
think a lot of people
Starbucks?
do.
Because that's what a treat. You can.
But why not make a coffee home and save your money?
Because that's not how life works sometimes.
I'm not
Well, life
gonna
also works by
not
tips.
go out in my 20s because I'm trying to save my money.
Well, that's exactly what you should
You
be
can get real used to being broke. I did for a while. It's great. You
Every
can just
college kid
focus.
would agree with this argument.
I used to eat on a $5 football
But every college
a day.
kid doesn't go to Starbucks. They will make their own coffee.
Yeah, they do. Nowadays,
If they're
Starbucks
broke?
on campuses, you're crazy.
Well, yeah, they don't know how to spend their money wisely.
Seriously.
Who's this?
People.
College kids, there's Starbucks on Temple University campus. I'm telling you.
I don't know.
A lot of them make their own coffee too.
I would hope. Here, Kelly. I don't.
Look, the struggle's so real. It's be like that sometimes.
Get free shredder with annual membership. Call now.
Welcome back to DBL. Now, we all need a little pick-me-up once in a while, right? That's right. So why not just pay it forward and surprise total strangers? And co-host Jeff Schroeder did just that. Check it out.
Here in Denver, we just had a huge snowstorm, and guess what? Nobody likes to drive around with a dirty car, so we're gonna surprise a couple people and get a free car wash for them. Let's go. You have the basic car wash. We're gonna get you the deluxe. We're gonna get the interior done, the outerior done. We're gonna get it all done for you. We're just paying it forward today on Daily
Man,
Black
that's
Live.
excellent. Thank y'all very much.
Thanks for helping us out, man. All we ask is that you pay it forward.
You got it, buddy. No problem.
Do you like free stuff?
I love free stuff.
Do you know what you want? Well, guess what? We're gonna pay for your whole car wash today.
No way!
We're doing a thing called pay it forward. I'm taking care of this gentleman's bill today.
Thank you so much.
All right, Lord, have a
Much
great day. Hey guys, so we're at our next stop, VO Salon. Let's go inside and surprise a couple of the ladies. It's always nice to spend a day at the salon, but it's even better when it's paid for. Come on in. We want to pay for your hair today. So this is on Daily Blast Live, okay? Yeah.
What a good life you have and a good job.
It is. This is your 42nd anniversary, and you've been such a good client. We want to take care of your whole bill today, okay? Tip included.
Oh, wow. Oh, my gosh. That's so wonderful.
Of course. What's up, everybody? So I finally made it. I made it to Target. I'm going to be surprising some folks and paying for their groceries. They just don't know about it yet. Let's see if we can max out this DBL credit card. You know what else I need to do more? I need to give more. So today, I'm giving you your bookshelf. We're going to pay for your bookshelf today. That's right. Do you mind if I get this for you today?
Of course I wouldn't mind.
Well, I'm going to get this from Daily Blast Live. We want to get your diapers and stuff because we know how hard it is to be parents over at Daily Blast Live.
It's a job.
It is a job. Let me do it again.
Have a lamp on the bottom that I have to pay for.
We got both of those.
All of it. There you go. Well, thank you so much for letting us talk to you.
Sure.
And really, that card was sweet. It touched my heart, so I'm proud to do that for you. It's the little things in life that matter.
Yeah, sure, yes.
I know.
This is kind of a big. I'm kind of a big deal here.
I believe it.
No, I'm not.
You're on Pittsburgh too.
Oh, you didn't even need the bank today. You got Daily Blast Live.
Yes, wow.
So
Thank you so much.
And right now, I'm going to pay for all your groceries today from Daily Blast Live. Of course.
Oh my gosh.
Because of your service, you're with your son. Of course, we want to do something like that.
Oh my gosh, I have to say. Thank you.
You're welcome. You want to hug it out?
Oh yes, thank you. Oh.
Yes!
All right, guys, it's been a long day. We're here at Giordano's. It's our final stop, and why not give people inside a little taste of Chicago? Follow me. So we're doing a little segment called Paying It Forward, and we thought, why not come to Giordano's, I'm a Chicago guy, and buy everybody a pizza. So that's what we're doing today. We're getting everybody a pizza, so we're gonna pay for your pizza.
Oh, that's excellent. Thank you very much.
Well, from Daily Blast Live to you guys, enjoy your pizzas, all right?
Thank you very much.
Have a good one. Have a good one, everybody.
Thank you.
Yeah, enjoy your dinner.
Will do.
Sound amazing?
That sounds amazing. Thank you very much.
A little Midwest hospitality, am I right?
Wow, you guys are great. Awesome.
Great job, Jeff. We'll be right back.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by...
Hey there, welcome back to Beauty Blast. I'm Jeray for the Slay, and today I want to give you guys some red light beauty tips to help you get ready in a flash. Now, today's tip of the day is coming for color correcting, guys. How to get rid of those pesky dark circles underneath your eyes. Now, this is a simple trick that a lot of makeup artists use, but some of you guys might want to dabble into a little bit more, okay? With color correcting, we can use color theory to help correct out dark or cancel out darkness underneath the eye and help to brighten the eye a little bit more than just your average concealer will do. Now, if you're from light to medium, you're gonna need more of a peach undertone. There's layers to this. Now, if you're from medium to deep in your skin tone, you're going to need more of a orange or red. Think of like more of a fire engine red when you're thinking of these colors too. These are going to help to balance out the colors based off of your skin tone in general. For me, I like to go for MAC Cosmetics color correcting sets. They're great for everyday use, and even you at home can use them too. They come with 6 different colors, so you have 4 colors that you can use through the year and 2 color correcting colors that you can use to brighten those under eyes. Now, my main one that you're gonna wanna go back to is that peachy color. So take a little bit on your ring finger if you may. Tap it off right onto your skin and make sure you're going to from your inner corner outwards. Now, you're only using this for a tint. You don't want to cover your eye in red or peach for that matter. Just get a little bit to slightly go ahead and cover up that darkness and tap it out with your ring finger once again. Now, if you have a pencil brush or a concealer brush at home, feel free to use those too, but you're only going to use a little bit once again. Now, when you're all done with that, you'll go ahead and take your concealer right on top and blend it on out. You're ready to go, girlfriend. So, let me know how this works for you and how brightened your under eyes get, and we'll see you next time for another Beauty Blast. Make sure to follow, by the way, on all social media platforms at Jeray for the Slay. See you guys next time.
Steering a 3,300-pound car around a track isn't easy, and it's not always safe. But NASCAR drivers are much better protected behind the wheel than you may realize. Let's connect the dots. Tracks across the country are now using what's called soft walls, thick pieces of energy-absorbing foam put between existing walls. This helps absorb the impact of the crash. NASCAR took these safety measures after Dale Earnhardt's death in 2001 at the Daytona 500. And those racing suits you see drivers sport, they may look cool, but they also play a big role in safety. They're fire retardant, so they're specifically designed to stop flames from spreading. The driver's seat has also changed over the years. It's now carbon fiber instead of aluminum, so it too helps absorb the impact. NASCAR continues to evolve to make sure races are fun and safe for the drivers and fans. And that is Connecting the Dots.
Welcome back to DBL. What did you guess?
I didn't have time to guess.
Did you guess anything?
Sunscreen.
What'd you think?
I said rum.
I said seashell. All right.
At least it wasn't driftwood.
That's true. We'll see you same time, same place tomorrow. Bye, guys.